fit, formidable, and fantastic.
In this episode, I would like to explore what is truly possible from the human physique without the use of performance-enhancing drugs. But first, let's start with a little history. From what I've read, the hormone testosterone was first synthesized in August 1935 by the Germans. During World War II, it was utilized to increase performance and aggression of German soldiers in combat. It wasn't until the 40s that testosterone began entering the competitive sports arena. In 1952, the Russians dominated at the Olympics with the assistance of synthetic testosterone, and in 1954, a physician named John Ziegler, or Ziegler, if I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, via CIBA, C-I-B-A, Pharmaceuticals in New Jersey, supplied steroids to several lifters at York Barbell. They included Mr. America and Mr. Universe holder John Grimek, as well as Jim Park, who was the 1952 Mr. America, and a fella named Yaz Kazahara, if I'm pronouncing that name properly.
Yes, you heard that right. The famous John Grimek, who many believe to be a natural. Think again.
So, all that being said, I feel it is safe to assume that physiques built pre-1935 were certainly drug-free, possibly even any physiques built pre-1952. So let's take a look at some examples that actually fit this bill, shall we?
First, the legend Eugen Sandow was born in April 1867 and passed away in October 1925. He died before testosterone was synthesized by the Germans.
Now, he was a strong man, but Sandow also organized the first large bodybuilding competition in 1901 in London's Royal Albert Hall. To develop his ideal proportions, he had measured Greek and Roman statues in the museums, and he furthermore went on to publish a couple of books elaborating on his training philosophies. Sandow was certainly drug-free, and yet he possessed a physique that would arguably turn heads today.
Another is Monty Saldo, an early British strongman and bodybuilder, as seen in this photo from 1906, which predates testosterone synthesis by the Germans by 29 years. Saldo trained another fellow British lifter, Alan Mead, just after World War I in 1918.
Both had admirable and drug-free physiques. Alan was also missing a fucking leg, mind you. That was due to the war that he had fought in, and he clearly trained around that shortcoming. Another is William Bankier, a Scottish strongman and bodybuilder who was a Sandow challenger.
This is a photo of William as Apollo, the Scottish Hercules, from 1906.
Those are just a few notables, but others include
William Coggins, who was Mr. Britain, seen here circa 1930s. And George Hackenschmidt, a German strongman and professional wrestler.
But hey, let's not forget the ladies. Something I've never seen others discuss regarding pre-steroid era.
There was Abby Pudgy Stockton, a strong woman who eventually trained Marilyn Monroe and was a regular at Muscle Beach in the 40s. Some more Pudgy Stockton. And even more Pudgy Stockton. Her physique was certainly eye-catching, as were her feats of strength. Then there's Joan Rhodes, the mighty mannequin. And more Joan Rhodes, seen here bending shit. And Lucita Lears, a circus strongwoman and aerialist. And this unidentified New York circus strongwoman. And the Victorian strongwoman Laverie Valet, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, circa 1897. And more Laverie Valet. And more unidentified females.
If anyone knows any of those women who I could not identify, do please drop their names in the comments to enhance accuracy. They certainly deserve credit for their efforts and their work and results. Now, I want you all to bear something in mind. These men and women built their bodies not only without enhancement drugs, but without the understanding that we possess today about sport nutrition, or even natural supplementation options. This should offer you a solid dose of perspective of what you can do now with everything that's currently at your disposal without having to resort to drug use. So let's kick the excuses to the curb, shall we? So what then can a drug-free vegan do with modern sport nutrition understanding? Well, these are some vegans right here who I have read claim natural status.
Torrey Washington, the vegan dread. And Richard Campbell, a Canadian vegan bodybuilder.
But you might ask, how do I personally know they are natties? Well, it's true. All I have to go by is their word, to be perfectly honest.
But what I can fucking guarantee you is that I am fully drug-free.
But alas, you will have to take my word as I took theirs. But I kick it to you straight. No bullshit, no gimmicks, no sales pitches, and no magic protocols. So why did I do this video? Well, in short, to inspire. There seems to be a sad prevalence of late of people who want to blame all admirable physiques on drug use, and it's actually getting out of hand in my opinion, and I feel it is turning a lot of people away from even trying and rather turning them toward excuse after excuse just to be lazy. I feel it is perpetuating weakness, both mentally and physically, and I just can't fucking stand that. Yeah, building solid strength and a powerful physique takes time, it takes hard work and consistency. You gotta stop your complaining, and you gotta get fucking training. And that is an intentional rhyme there. You've got all these videos and articles and people out there telling you what you cannot do and what isn't possible. So I wanted to do the opposite. I wanted to show you what is possible and wanted to offer you a bit of positive perspective in light of the cesspool of negative that's out there. I wanted this video to lay down some hard examples of what can be possible with merely proper diet and training, individual genetics and health factors aside, of course. And I hope this lives up to my intentions for you. Anyway, I've got nothing else to say on this. If you all have something you'd like to add or something you'd like to ask or whatever, please drop it in the comments below. I'll see you around.